Welcome to Turning Pages, an interview show about all things literary. I'm Margaret Porter, here with my co-host, Laura Canoy, who's back from her many travels. Welcome back, Laura. It's great to see you. Our guests today are some of our favorites representing the New Hampshire Writers Project. We've got Masheri Chappelle, who is the board chair, and we've got marketing director Traci Bisson. Welcome. It's good to have you back here.
Thank you for having us.
Very excited. Thank you.
I know you've been on the show before. You came on last year at about this time. And some of our viewers are probably familiar with New Hampshire Writers Projects and some will not be. So could you describe the organization, the mission of the organization, and the makeup of the members and how it's operated? That's just a little bit to toss to both of you.
I'll start and Tracy chime in anytime. New Hampshire Writers Project has been in existence since 1988. It started in a button factory in Portsmouth. We are now officially at 403 members, which is, I think, our biggest number since I became chair in 2016. And our mission is to nurture and grow writers in New Hampshire, in the Granite State, and beyond. So our membership includes Maine, Vermont, New York, Texas. We had some people during COVID, all from down under, to be honest, attend our 603 conference when we had it on Zoom. And we're down in Connecticut and Massachusetts. So I think that's a nice, and South Carolina as well, and Tennessee and Kentucky. And Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. But our goal is to nurture writers, grow them, give them all the tools that they need, especially marketing, which is one of the biggest components after when you're ready to publish your book. And so they have access to workshops, our webinar archive for all of our members, which houses over 40 webinars now on different variety of subjects, including publishing, marketing, craft, and book design, everything. We try to make sure they have the complete process so that they can help themselves.
And Traci, so as the marketing director, you are responsible for the wealth of opportunities that authors have, whether they are not yet published and thinking about the marketing that they can do as an unpublished author, and then of course the published authors have great needs, and then you arrange for mentoring, marketing sessions individually with people that they can avail themselves of. Would you like to talk about some of the marketing initiatives that are going on?
We've really evolved our offering over the last couple of years to focusing more on community support for our members, as well as peer support, peer expertise through our marketing support group sessions, through our open marketing forums, through our live broadcasts and the holiday showcases that we offer every year. It's just a wonderful opportunity where we've invited members to come together in more of an intimate setting to help each other. We have a Facebook community online too, where people can talk and share resources for marketing, get help as it relates to their craft or just any questions in general. So over the last couple of years, that growth of the community, I think people have felt more supported.
Speaking as an author, and I'm sure you feel the same way.
Right, yeah. And what's the biggest marketing complaint that you get, Traci, at the many, many webinars you offer, the open forums, the seminars that you offer at the 603 conference? Like, what's the sort of the complaint you hear the most from New Hampshire writers?
Yeah, it's probably, I've written a book and now I don't know what to do to market it.
Right.
It's, they've done what they love. Their passion is writing. They've completed that project and now they know they need to get it out there and they're just not sure what to do. And we really do offer quite a bit of resources at that stage when they're needing the help the most.
Sure, and marketing overwhelm.
That's for sure.
Theme. Yeah.
Yes.
And also, publishers now have really contracted the amount of marketing support that they provide to their published authors. It's very much a do-it-yourself no matter what level of publishing, whether
Exactly.
you're self-publishing or hybrid publishing or traditionally publishing. So it's really important
Right.
to have this available.
Well, and that's one of the things we found is that we have members at all stages of the literary journey, and there was just so much expertise within the membership that it made sense to bring everyone together for that support. So we've got the people who are just starting out as writers, but know they want to write a book, and then we have people who have written several books and are well known, and there's just so much camaraderie and support in these groups that we bring together.
Well, it's because nobody understands authors' issues like other or writers in general,
And
like
it keeps
other
changing,
writers.
and it keeps
Yes,
changing.
Yep.
indeed.
And Traci has created such a wealth of information and access to it for the literary community. A lot of people that I've taken phone calls from, they're trying to get into her monthly Zoom session, marketing Zoom session, and one person said, I've never heard of New Hampshire Writers Project, but I saw this and I really need help. And I said, well, you've come to the right place because Traci will help you. And there's a whole year of her monthly Zoom sessions on marketing that you can access in the webinar, in addition to other things that she's done. She's just been such a tremendous asset for New Hampshire Writers Project and our literary community.
Most definitely.
Well, I'm
yes.
grateful for that. Thank you. It's been a great team effort, a lot of fun.
As someone who attends these monthly marketing sessions, I find that the individuals who are participating, it's a range of types of writing, but they have that need in common, and especially you're very good at prompting people to find their ideal, to identify their ideal reader, and to find out ways to reach that reader, and that's so important. So the analysis things that we're able to do, that you're able to suggest, are really, really helpful.
She's also provided a resource for everyone who's a member of doing social media postings for free.
That's also
which is really a huge benefit for someone who's new and feels like they don't know where to begin. How can they get the word out about their book? At least this is a great platform. Traci hits the Facebook, X, and Instagram. So that's a really great range of outlets for someone to start off, particularly on our pages, and to provide that it's just such a huge asset.
That's a relief.
Yeah, it is, because a lot of people say, I have a book signing, I don't know how to get the word out about my book. And I said, well, you've come to the right place. Here's Trace, you go here on our website to access this. And she's just incredibly helpful and provides such great resources that really provide confidence. Because, as you said, a lot of the traditionally published authors think that, oh, great, they'll take care of it. No. They have a budget. They have a little budget, and you have to go do the rest. And Traci has also come up with other freelance marketing people to help. We're trying to bring in more people so that we have all the different genres covered for marketing. So, I think marketing is the biggest component after the editor. In terms of once your work is done, it's the editor and then marketing, because without marketing, nothing happens.
We have to reach the audience, the readership.
Yes.
Well, we've got the 603 conference, the annual conference, coming up again soon. And that is really exciting because it's a gathering of so many people, so many workshops, so many opportunities to mix and mingle. Wonderful food, I have to say, always.
I know.
I'm hungry.
I'm guilty.
Yes,
I'm guilty.
Yes, come hungry for information, education, support, and great food.
Yes.
So tell us about this year's conference and when it is, and anything you want to share about that.
Absolutely. So just to piggyback off what you just said, we like to nurture you, not just creatively, but make sure you have a full and happy belly, because that that sense of safety and comfort, it all plays into how you open up and how creative you feel that you can be. And this year we have an incredible program set up. Instead of 10 classes, we're offering 12. And they just kept coming in. I had a hard time choosing. We were just like, well, gee, do we take... It was very difficult. So this year we have 12 classes and one legal class about contracts and all the legal aspects of becoming an author. So you can show up and ask questions, any question you can about using brands, you know, the names of brand, label, foods, and so forth in your novel versus I have a contract and I'm not sure what this clause means. So it's going to be an incredible 12 selections of great workshops from including marketing. Traci's doing 2 different classes on marketing, which is fabulous. And then we have a lot of craft classes, and all of that takes place on Saturday, June 13th at SNU's, that's Southern New Hampshire University's dining banquet facility. And our keynote this year is Chris Bohjalian. He is the author of an award-winning author and internationally best-selling book author of over 20 books, and one of them was made into an HBO special called The Flight Attendant. I had to hold my breath when I was watching that, and then I started reading it. I bought it on Audible, and I was like, wait, I'm not ready. But one of the most fabulous things about his books and that I learned was that all of his protagonists are women.
Yes.
And
right.
so we are doing a theme to celebrate his work on the evolution of the female in his books, because they are just they have these life-changing moments that not only change them but reshapes the world in which they're in. So it's going to be a great day, and again, the food is going to be amazing. I just did the menu, and we'll be posting that as well. And it's from 8 till 5.
I'm thinking you have to add an extra day with all those classes and the speakers.
Well,
because last year, I know Traci had a class and Margaret had a class, and I wanted to go to them both. So maybe in the future.
Margaret is teaching this year as well.
Yep.
And so having historical writing is so important, because many authors don't understand the importance of details when you're writing in a historical time period. And so she'll provide that wonderful insight that's so needed. And I think that expertise is something that has fallen by the wayside for many people when I see things that are being submitted, and I'm just like, did you do research? And a lot of people are afraid to do research, even some of my clients. And I said, well, you know, you did this wonderful research for the seance, but that doesn't exist, and that word didn't exist back then, so you really need to think about, go and research 1800s, you know, late 1800s.
It's important. It will pull the reader.
Yeah,
right out.
because it authenticates the experience.
Right, and congrats on getting Chris Bohjalian.
Yes,
because
thank
he
you.
is a big deal. His books have been made into TV shows, and gosh, he must have, 20, 25 books, most of them bestsellers. I interviewed him many times when I was on New Hampshire Public Radio, but more recently as part of his book launch for The Jackal's Mistress, which is a Civil War novel. Oh my gosh, so good. And he has a new one now.
Yes.
I can't remember the title.
It has to do with golf. I know it. I remember it has to. The amateur.
Wow.
The amateur.
Oh,
the amateur.
okay.
Yes.
Anyway, congrats on
Thank you.
reaching out to these sort of globally known authors, and here they are coming to the New Hampshire Writers Project
I know,
Conference,
aren't we so lucky to have
So
that blessing?
lucky.
I love
Yes,
And,
definitely.
and to have someone of that stature sharing his writing experience with our attendees is so important, because
It will be very inspiring.
yeah, I think people who, writing, as you all know, it's a very solitary experience. And so when you have an opportunity to be in the presence of someone who not only has written 20 internationally known books, and it's a New York Times bestseller, an award-winning author, and then he's on HBO. They're right in front of you. It makes it seem attainable, you know? It gives you inspiration to try and not give up. What you have to do, because rewrite.
Always, yeah.
Yes.
So another component of the 603 is the pitch party, and Laura has been a judge and will be again a judge of the pitch party.
Yes.
So what's your experience been doing
Yes.
that, and how does it work?
So I remember when Masheri first explained to me, we want you to be the moderator for the pitch party. And it took you a couple times. I didn't quite get it, but now I get it. So basically, I've moderated it for 2 years in a row, and this year I'm actually going to be a judge. I'm kind of excited about that. But it's basically, correct me if I'm wrong, it's basically 5 people, literary agents, authors. I'm the host of Read Local NH, so I see a lot of submissions that way. And 5 people are chosen to read their pitches. This is what my book is about, this is why it's awesome. And then the judges ask questions and then they pick a winner.
Correct.
That's how it goes down. How are those 5 people selected? And out of how many? Like out of a bowl of 100
Well,
or
last year we
50?
had 30, and we had to whittle it down to 5.
Right.
And the Board of Trustees, we read, and we then pick each of the trustees pick 3 people that they like. And then from those people, there's the top 1, and then we put the top 7 together, and then we knock it down to 5.
That's a long process.
But we got it. We got it. We have it all figured out, and it's been working consistently. And you know, it's what's really exciting is to see the number of people who come to us with their book pitches, and it's also exciting to see when as we do the actual pitch party, to see that number as you hear it read out loud. Last year, we had the moderator read it out loud. This year, we're going to do that. In the past, we've hired an actor. This year's moderator, Mike Morin, radio personality, and award-winning author Mike Morin is going to do the reading, and he's very excited. And to have it read, and you're watching the audience either nodding or making that face like, wait, what was that? Is so for the authors, they're probably like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I always say, take a deep breath.
It's fun to watch because the authors are nervous and the judges and everything.
Yeah.
The other nice thing though is even people who didn't, their books, only 5 people, their books are about are involved in the pitch party. But everyone stays. No one leaves early.
Yeah.
It's the last thing of the day. And everyone is there kind of, checking it out and rooting for their favorite person.
Well, you get to learn. You also get to learn from the panel of judges. And we have literary agents, we have authors, we have
Chris Bohjalian's one of the...
Chris Bohjalian.
Oh, was Chris going to be?
Last year we had Tess Gerritsen be a special guest.
That's right, I remember.
And what happens is that if there's a tie, the special guest judge will break the tie and will decide who actually wins. But what's really fabulous is that you see the audience writing down notes on when they're giving notes to the author.
It's a learning experience.
It really is.
For everybody.
So you do stay on top of which we feed you incredibly well.
Yes, that's true.
And don't forget the chocolate-covered strawberries.
And the results of the pitch party, I remember in Zoom when we had the pitch party during COVID, and Brenda Cherry presented her pitch, and I remember just thinking, wow, this book needs to be published. And sure enough, she got a 2-book contract and publication as a result of refining and honing and having a great concept and a great book and being a wonderful writer.
I don't know if anyone noticed it. Chris Stinton, who is the director of, it was a award-winning, Oscar-winning Sound of Metal, Sound of Metal. His movie won for sound design. And when she started reading, his face filled the whole screen, and I said,
He was entranced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
Wow.
Yeah.
He just moved right in on his screen, and I said, "That's it. That's
Yeah,
the winner
yeah,
right there," because
yeah.
you have a film
It was
director
obvious.
moving in. And then she went on. She got a book deal. Well, first she got the literary agent with William Morris Endeavor, and then she got a 2-book deal. Her second book is actually coming out. So she's doing, and she won 2 literary awards, the PBS and the Humanities Award.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
All started with the pitch
Yeah.
party.
Yes.
The other things that NHWP has sponsored or been involved with are the author festivals at through various libraries. I know there's the one in Epsom that's coming up May 29th at Webster Park, which
Yes.
is awesome. We're going to pray for a lovely day and no rain.
Sunshine.
And then the Derry Authors Fest has just happened.
Yes, that was incredible. Addie Rule and Rebecca Rule were the keynotes, and we were there and had a lot of interest in New Hampshire Writers Project, and we feel it's very important to support efforts for authors and the literary community. So New Hampshire Writers Project is making great efforts to find events that we can support through marketing, as well as financially, and we can do the marketing every year, but financially it all depends on what our budget is. But this year we were very blessed to have a budget to help the Derry Authors Fest, which helped to provide the literary agent and the editor and marketing person, so we sponsored that. And for the Epsom Public Library, we're just helping. We said, whatever you need, here's some money, go and make it happen. And we're trying to provide marketing, and I was helping with the actual setup, because my experience with the conference. And they're wonderful people to work with. Yes. And our last group is the John Hay Estate. We are sponsoring their summer writing program, all 4 classes. And one of them is the writing that I do for New Hampshire Writers Project. I'm doing for them at the John Hay Estate this summer. So we've been very blessed, and it's what we're meant to do.
Yeah, and it's marketing not just for, we talked about Traci's role
Mm-hmm.
marketing for individual authors, but this is almost, Traci, right? Marketing for NHWP, going to these
In a way, yeah.
Right.
local library author fests, which are wonderful. They're wonderful. So.
Let's talk about the Manchester craft market, because Laura, I think you've participated in it. Traci, you've been involved in setting it up.
She set that whole thing up.
Which is, sounds like a really wonderful opportunity for readers as well as writers. So let's talk about
Yeah,
that.
it has been on a couple of levels. We first had contact with them about November of last year to do kind of a collaboration as it related to our holiday showcase.
And this is at the mall.
At the
Correct, Manchester Mall, yep. I think we had 55 authors who did the holiday showcase, and of those, they were able to take 30. So it was a lottery system with those who signed up, and they took 30, and they showcased their books, and there was some other awareness and promotions and things like that that they did, which it was a great opportunity for the collaboration for authors to work with them. And then beyond that, they had some different book festivals coming up at the mall. There was one, I think it was March. It was very well attended. Many of our members were there. I stopped by to say hello and to do some networking with authors who had not heard of us. I feel like sometimes we're the best kept secret. So I went there, passed out our business cards, and said hello to our members to show them some support. And again, it was about that community and that camaraderie, going out and supporting them and asking them how the sales have been, how the setup was. And it was just so well received that they're doing another one this summer, another one in the fall, and many of our members have already signed up for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're...
And full disclosure, I had no idea that the Manchester Craft Market existed until NHWP gave me that opportunity, and I was one of the people who's, it was just a lottery, so I happened to jump in early. And I remember getting to the mall, and it was right before right around Thanksgiving, and I thought, oh, gosh, there are a million people there, and where do I go, and what is this thing?
That's a good thing.
I know, exactly. And it's right there in the mall, and I just love the idea that there's this local promotion in the mall where, you know, everything else is Sunglasses Hut and, you know, whatever. So I thought that was just such a great opportunity for people to buy local, even when you're at the mall.
Yep. Yep.
You know, one of the things that I wish to credit Traci with is really coming up with these ideas and opportunities for authors to support authors. NHWP, you know, again, our mission is to nurture and grow writers, but when it's beyond just writing and its authors, we really want to support authors in the state, in our Granite State. And when she came up with that idea, she said, well, I spoke to da-da-da, and how about this idea? And I was on the other end of the phone saying, oh my God. Because I thought it was an opportunity, a big opportunity to be in a mainstream environment. And for I thought I heard at some point that it was very crowded and it was a line to get into the store.
And I think a lot of people don't even realize that New Hampshire does have so many fine authors. So, you know, it kind of, as you said, Masheri, it put New Hampshire authors in that sort of mainstream shopping experience.
And that they're so accessible that you can
that
you can meet an author and pick up their book and talk to them about how they came to write it, and you know, that kind of engagement.
And you know, speaking of that, she brought another fantastic opportunity to New Hampshire Writers Project, the Author Directory. And Traci, you want to talk a little bit about the Authors Directory? We're going to help sponsor that launch, and it's an incredible directory created by Heather Turner. So I'll let you talk a little bit.
One of our current members who also does consulting for SBA SCORE as well. She had this great idea for an authors directory, and she contacted us to see how we might be able to collaborate on it a little bit better. And I don't know if I want to really let the rabbit out of the box yet, but rabbit out of the hat. But there's some exciting stuff coming with it. So yeah. But that's, I think, one of the comments I wanted to make is one of the things that New Hampshire Writers Project is very good at is making sure that we know what our members need in our community. And we did a priorities survey last year, and we got a lot of great feedback, and that's where a lot of our programs and ideas come from.
And the main, I guess, thrust or need was community.
And we've, and you've built it so much. Well, there are so many programs that we're in the remaining amount of time that we don't have time to talk about, like the write-ins, the high school writers flash fiction, the literary project for veterans and Veterans Out Loud. So I encourage everyone to go to the website.
Thank you.
Which is
nhwritersproject.org.
And all the information and membership information is there as well.
Yes.
And it's just such a great resource for writers, people who are currently writing, people who may not be writing yet. I know Laura and I have taken advantage of so much that is offered.
So much.
In so many ways, and we're just incredibly grateful. Would you just describe sort of the mix of members? Laura and I are fiction writers. Both happen to be historical fiction. I've written contemporary fiction, but I'm sure that there's a range, that there's a poet presentation at the 603 and all of that. So what is your sense of who is the New Hampshire Writers Project in the few minutes we have?
Well, I was looking at membership the other day, so I do know that our mix is weighted heavily towards the baby boomer generation, people who have a great story in them and have waited a while and now want to bring it to fruition. We do have quite a few veterans that are members, teachers, librarians, and we're seeing an increase in our younger population, which is wonderful. So we're finding our numbers are balancing out as people learn about us, become more interested, and really get a sense of all the different support services we can offer them.
And speaking just very quickly on the high school flash fiction, that's a scholarship program that we've created. So there's there's $3,000 of scholarship that will be presented at the end of that ceremony, or the final the finalist events. So
And that's coming up soon.
that's coming up. That's May 8th. And yes, so we have boots on the ground, and this is the first time we are offering a scholarship, and it's a James Patrick Kelly scholarship.
Terrific.
And because he brought flash fiction to New Hampshire Writers Project, and I thought it only fitting that the scholarship for the
That's
high
great.
school students
And that's a great way to
be
pull
in
in
his
younger
name. Yes.
generations as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So our youngest member is now 9.
And I've read her book,
Yes.
So adorable. Yes. It's adorable.
Yes.
Be Chill or something.
The chillaxing
The chillaxing bee.
Yes.
Chillaxing bee.
By Charlotte
It's
Collins.
a terrific book.
Yeah.
It's a terrific book.
Yes, and that's impressive that that just shows you where it starts, and we're just very lucky to have her in our midst, and she'll be back here this summer to promote her book locally.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we are lucky to have the two of you with us today. We are so lucky to have New Hampshire Writers Project here in the state as an organization, and we are grateful for this opportunity to make it a little more visible, and
Thank you.
wish you all the luck in the world with the 603. Laura and I will
see
be
you
there
there.
and are most excited.
Thank you so much.
And we look forward, we should make this an annual visitation so that we'll have you come back and talk about next year. And I know there'll be lots more innovative things that are happening because you have no lack of ideas and inspiration,
It seems that
which is just great. It seems like I'm always hearing, oh my gosh, they're doing something else and we're doing something else, and it's just really exciting. So thank you so much.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
Can I
Great to
offer a
see
thank you to one of our key sponsors too? Would that be all right?
Absolutely.
I just wanted to
We'd love
plug-
to acknowledge sponsors.
That'd be wonderful. I just wanted to plug Revo Casino and Social House. They have been amazing over the years. They get so excited about the programs we're developing. They've been highly involved, and a lot of what we've been able to do beyond what we did before is thanks to them.
That's great.
especially the veterans program in
Yes.
the high school. Yeah, without them, we wouldn't be able to do that.
Those voices need to be heard.
Yes,
Well, it's
absolutely.
good. It's good to let
Thank
people
you for
know
doing that. Yes.
that kind of support is helpful, and
It changes lives.
what it can do for the organization, and then for the members of the organization, and then for the community at large. So great.
Exactly.
I'm glad you. Thank you.
Yeah,
for,
thank you.
for that shout out. Well, thank you very much for joining us on Turning Pages, and Laura and I will be back with another episode for the summer, talking about summer reading, I think.
Summer reading.
And we hope you enjoy every single page that you turn. And thanks very much to Matt Arsenault, who is in the control room, and to Emmett, who is one of our camera people today. And we will see you next time.